Hello everybody, Dead Spikes here, coming at you with Borderlands 4 News of the Week. We got our first update on Borderlands, which we'll be covering. We're going to cover where to get the black market, and we're going to cover what the weekly mission is, and the reward. But first, let's check out how ricochet weapons are taking over the meta. Check this out.
Alright, that is Ultimate Vault Hunter rank 5 with basically no gear on.
So, that is a clip from Moxie talking about the new ricochet weapons. If you do want to watch that whole video, it'll be in the description down below. They are getting absolutely crazy. Let's see how long they last, or if there'll be something even stronger figured out. The knife epidemic is getting absolutely insane all over the Borderlands 4 Discord, and some other Discords. People are spamming looking for the crit knife, which is absolutely understandable. It completely changes the game if you get it. Now, before we move on to some of the other news, I would like to talk about our sponsor today, which is me, and my channel. So, on talking about that, we are going to be looking at the Borderlands 4 Loot House. So, if you are not a member of this Loot House yet, I run a Discord that is purely about giveaways and trading loot, posting clips, and builds. It is in the description of this video down below. We are at about 1,300 members already, and that is crazy for the game only being out a week. We give daily giveaways away where we throw away some items to people randomly, legendaries, the crit throwing knife, and so on. But enough about that, let's get into the rest of the news. So, first thing we are going to talk about is the Steam update that we got, which I assume is the same for consoles, but it is released on Steam for some reason. So, this is a very small update, and if you want to read it yourself, it is in the description of this video down below. This update improves stability on PC, smooths out progression, and updates the Gilded Glory Pack loot and rewards for a more seamless experience. Please restart your game to ensure that the update goes through and to prevent connection errors in matchmaking. If you're encountering any issue, please contact 2K Support for direct assistance. You can also read the PC troubleshooting guide, a list of known issues, or browse a list of support threads here. Weekly minor updates. Every week we will see changes to which weekly Big Encore boss and wildcard mission is live. Maurice's Black Market vending machine is also on the move. Weekly Big Boss Encore. The weekly Big Boss is a tougher variant of an existing boss with an even more rewarding loot pool. I was told that the Big Encore boss drops a legendary pretty much every single kill. Let me know if I am inaccurate on that. Weekly Wildcard Missions. Weekly Wildcard Missions add challenging new traits to an existing mission. These missions feature a guaranteed legendary drop that you can repeatedly earn to get your ideal role. We'll go over what it is in a little bit. Maurice's Black Market vending machine. Go in search of where the Black Market vending machine has moved to and discover what's available in your game every week. Remember, while the location is the same, your vending machine items are different from other players. So ask around to see if someone has the item you're looking for. I didn't know that. That is really cool that it changes items for every person. You can read more on the weekly changes in our endgame overview post. So they're trying to do like a Xur thing from Destiny where you got to go search for it, and I think it's really, really cool. Change list. Stability. Addressed crashes tied to animation states, audio, and collision checks. Addressed various GPU-related crashes. And then gameplay and progression. Resolved an issue where the reward center could stop working after claiming the Gilded Glory Pack rewards. Addressed a progression blocker in the mission Talk to Zadra, where the objective could fail if players exited and relaunched mid-dialogue. Corrected doesn't own DLC warning incorrectly showing up on non-DLC gear. Loot and items, updated loot pools so Gilded Glory Pack guns no longer appear in standard chests. So here's what I'm going to say about this. This is extremely tiny, right? Which is not what we expected. We expected a bunch of balance changes, crit knife nerfed, I don't know, just a bunch of different things. But here's what I was told, is that they are putting together a very, 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 very big patch that is coming in about 2 weeks or something. Because obviously there's a crap load of bugs that I've even encountered myself that need to be fixed. And there's probably some balancing changes and a lot of other stuff they need to do. I'm sure they won't get everything done in that big patch. But that's the reason this is a small one, is because they're putting so much work into that big one. And they probably want to test it and make sure they actually fixed all the things they did, which I'm okay with. So I'm sure we're going to get another small one, maybe 2 more small patches, but then we're going to get that really big one, which is also a good thing too, because the exploits that are in the game, you get to abuse them a little while longer. Enjoy those ricochets. Alright, so now we're going to go to the actual game and talk about the weeklies. Alright, the first thing we will talk about is the black market and where it's at. So we are up in Terminus Range on the top right of the map. And if you go up to the middle right of it, you can see I found the black market up here. So we'll go up to the right. The closest safe house is Heritage Opus. I don't know how to say that. I apologize. I did read somewhere that you might need to do a mission to get in here. If you do, just do the side missions in the area and I might unlock it. I personally have it unlocked, but I have done most of the side missions already. So from here, you can mark it yourself and it'll give you a path to go here, but essentially you just go in this pool of water and there's a little cave underneath the waterfall. Go through the cave and you come up here, and that's where you're going to kind of probably hit your first roadblock where you can't progress, and that's where I've left my game. So let's go check it out. So just to show you guys what this kind of looks like where I'm at right here. Alright, and we need to get up there. So the way I do it, there's probably multiple ways. I jump on the side of this and I just glide over. And now I'm going to go over this way. I'm going to grapple up this and die, as of course I am. Should have cleared out the enemies, my apologies. Alright, now this way, there's a thing you can jump on the left here, jump up here, and there is a way to use this wall over here, but everybody I know just uses this little ledge. Just jump up on this, and then you can jump up here. Whoa, try that again. There we go. Come over here and turn around, jump up on this, you pull that out with your grapple. Jump up here. There's going to be a buttload of enemies up here. But you want to go to the left. And over here in this corner is your black market machine. Now this will be here until next Thursday, which I think is September 25th. Hopefully. And if you open it up, you can see all of the loot in it. Oh, I opened it and closed it, and now it's on cooldown. I don't exactly know how this thing works completely. If someone could explain it in the comments or in the Discord and tag me, that would be great. Probably should read that thread. But there you go. That's how you get the black market machine of this week. And remember, your loot's different than everybody else, it said. So if you find a god roll in there, maybe talk to some people in the Discord community down below, and maybe you guys can make some trades. I'd love to see some god rolls you guys got from this yourself. Let me know what you think of the black market machine. That would be cool. But alright, moving on. Next, we have the big encore boss, which is Shadow Pelt. I don't actually know what Shadow Pelt drops off the top of my head, unfortunately. But it looks like it's in Terminus Range in the middle. It's an easy marker. Should already be on your map if you've went past it or fought them already. But I believe they drop a legendary pretty much every kill. But you got to pay Iridium every fight, I believe. Alright, and lastly is the weekly story mission right down here. Shadow of the Mountain has Healthy, Chainmaster, and Leaking. With my Rafa build, it wasn't too bad. I haven't released it yet. I do plan to release my Rafa build here in a bit, but there's plenty of endgame builds that people have done that you can use, and it wasn't too bad. I cleared it with no fail. There is a boss at the end, but he's pretty easy to kill. And I do not know what weapon you get from it yet, because I have not opened the package. I wanted to do that in front of you guys. I believe you could farm that mission as much as you want to change the parts on the weapon, but here you go. Here is the weapon you will get from that weekly mission. It is a Hellwalker. Cool. I don't personally like the Hellwalker in this game. But hey, if you really want a Hellwalker, you have a guaranteed one from the weekly mission. That'll do it for today's Borderlands news. If you enjoyed this video, or you found it helpful, make sure to hit that thumbs up button. Join that Discord for some more loot in the future, and subscribe to the channel. Watch more of my videos. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Mike's out.